Hey guys, it's Jason Oakey Sharecropper here. Boy, we are set for some cold, cold weather. And it depends on what weather station you watch. We could get anywhere from 9 inches to 15 inches of snow, they say. So we'll probably get a dusting. So anyway, we've got some winterization projects we need to go ahead and finish up. I want to add some things that I did the other day. I want to add two at the road. I want to add some insulation to that pipe, and then I want to put some hay out so I can shut the barn up, and then got a few more things that I want to do today, but I wanted to check in with you guys and take you guys along with me. This video will have a little bit of everything in it, so you guys come along with me and let's see what we can get into. Now, one of the things I did on the way home, I stopped and I got me some insulation for the piping, and then I've got some zip ties here. This pipe that I have here, what I do typically with this pipe, because this pipe is inside my barn, so it's covered a lot. It's got a windbreak. But what I did, I installed some heat tracing, some electric heat tracing on the outside of that pipe. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take this insulation off. I'm going to put that heat tracing on the inside, and I'm going to put that back on there. And I'm going to secure it with some zip ties. And then I've got this to go down on the roadway. I have a pipe down there that I showed you guys in a previous video where I have wrapped feed sacks over the top of it and put a bucket over it. And I'm still going to do that, but I'm going to add this insulation here as a backup for that. And then zip tie that to that as well, and then come over the top of the hydrant. But I'll show you all that in a minute. But first, what I want to do, I want to go ahead and take this, for safety reasons, I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. And I'm going to remove this from this hydrant, and I'm going to reinstall it like I said, but I think it's going to do a better job if I put it on the inside of this, which, you know, last year, I think I put this on there last year or the year before, and I haven't had any trouble since. But we're supposed to get some weather down into like 4 degrees at night, and I think 17 for the high one day and 11 the other day, I think is what they're calling for. But you know, that's the weather. This is Oklahoma. It's will be 17 today and 60 tomorrow. So, but I just think that if I take this apart and I put this back on here with that tape on the bottom, it's got to be warmer. It's got to be better. So that's what I've decided to do. And I wanted to bring you guys along and let you guys watch me. And like I said, I'm not a plumber. I'm just a lowly sharecropper. And this is just how the sharecropper does this. So like I said, if you people do this different at your house, you know, let me know in the comments what you guys would have done. But see, this is just a 3/4 pipe is what that is. I got tired of the frost-free hydrants. Unless you buy a really good hydrant, they're about 150 bucks. They'll fail on you. I don't care. Those $50, $60 hydrants at your local hardware store, they're not any good, guys. They'll fail on you. You got to dig it back up and everything else. So I just went to this. This is automatic water. It's there. Boom. I've got water there at all times. I don't have to worry about that foot valve. I don't have to worry about digging it up. It's just the way that I chose to do it. But like I said, if you're wondering why I don't have a frost-free hydrant in here, that is why I don't have a frost-free hydrant in here. I did not want one this time. I've had, I think, 2 in this barn since I've lived here in the last 12 years. Well, they didn't last that long. They lasted about probably about 5 or 6 years. This has been in here probably 6 years, like this. So, at any rate, that's what I decided to do, and that's why I don't have a frost-free hydrant in this barn. All I know to do, guys, is feed this on there the best I can. And yes, it's electrical, and yes, this is water, but this is watertight. So, this is what it is designed to do. So that is why I'm going to do it this way. And I'm not going to plug that in, but I'm going to put that over there where it'll kind of hold itself over there out of the way. Like I said, guys, this is just how I'm going to do it. I don't mean it's the only way or it's necessarily the right way, but it's the only way that I know to do this. And I'm hoping that it's long enough to get to the bottom now that I've changed this up. And I think it will be. Make it a little bit longer. Like I said, this is just the way I'm gonna do it. It's already pretty cold. I had to work out in it this morning. Actually, a lot of the day up until about 1 o'clock, I was in and out at work. So it's pretty chilly already. I think it was 56 degrees on the way home, so it's not bad this afternoon. Now that wind's chilly, but it's not too bad. This morning it was, I don't remember what the temperature was, but it was below freezing because I saw ice this morning. But this is Oklahoma, so like I said, we're going to have that cold snap this weekend, and it's probably going to turn off. It's going to get above freezing. It's going to be below freezing from Friday to about Tuesday. It's going to get right above freezing. So we're going to have 3 or 4 days in a row of it staying below freezing. So that kind of scares me a little bit, and I don't want to do any plumbing projects in the cold weather. I've done them before in the cold weather in an emergency situation, and I don't want to do that, guys. So I'm going to try my best to prep this to where I don't have to do that. So, and this is the only way that I know to do this. So, and I'll dress this up pretty good before I'm done. So. Go. And I just think that we're going to be in pretty good shape. I hope anyway, guys. I hope we're in good shape with this. Like I say, these are just zip ties. I bought these at Tractor Supply. I don't remember what they cost, but they're not expensive and they're nothing fancy. So I don't know if you guys use very many zip ties, but they come in pretty handy. And guys, I mean, this is just a pair of 10 snips that I had. I usually use side cutters, but I couldn't find my side cutters, so that's why I'm using these. This is overkill, but hey, it works. Yeah, I think it's going to work pretty good, guys. I really do. I'll move you guys over where you can see more. I'll zoom in part of this and let you guys watch it, but it's pretty simple. It's nothing special about what I'm doing. I'm just putting things back together. One thing I like to do when I am gathering something like this, I like to start at one spot and go up. I don't want to put one here and one here. I want to push everything in one direction. So, like I said, guys, this is just how I do it when I do things like this. And I don't plan to use this hydrant anymore this week. So I'm going to put a piece off of this that I brought today, and I'm going to go ahead and cover this whole end of this, and then I'm going to wrap that towel around it as well. So, like I said, this is just putting it in a cocoon for this cold snap. And now when this cold snap's over with, I will take this out to where we can still use it. And what this has got a sticky backing to it. If I can get it all to come off of there. and it sticks. It'll stick together somewhat. This stuff is not made for 3/4. I thought I had 1/2-inch pipe, and I don't. So I'm gonna put 2 pieces. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, this is made for 1/2-inch pipe instead of 3/4. I made that mistake, so, but I'll make it work. So I'm going to put 2 pieces together here. I'll make it work. I'm just going to cut a place out for my handle to stick through because there won't be any water in this area. It'll be right behind this. So I think I'm going to be good here. Like I said, this is just protecting what's already there. And I could still use this, guys. I could, right in there's the end of that. But like I said, I don't intend to use this for a few days. There we go. All right, guys. That's in pretty good shape, I think. Cut all these off. Now this will stay on here year round. I won't take this off after the cold weather, but I will take the top of this off to where I can use it. But like I said, I don't need to use it right now, so. And I'll feel a whole lot better about this hydrant, knowing that it's covered up a little bit better. Anyway, that's what we got, guys. Let me show that to you. That's covered up. And now, one thing I am going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that towel back on top of it. That's just extra added protection. And I may do something right here. I've got a bare spot right here, so I may wrap something. I may use this towel. Matter of fact, yeah, we can drape this towel over that. And one thing I'm going to do, guys, I almost forgot to do. I'm going to plug this thing back in as well. So, yeah, I can drape that over that like that and put a zip tie on it. We'll be in pretty good shape. Put one above and one below it. I'll put one right there, and now it's completely covered. And when that heat tracing comes on, it will keep this nice and cozy. There we go. All right, guys. There we are. Now, I believe we're in good shape. I really do. Well, like I said, I'm going to plug this back in. And it lit up, so we should be in good shape. Get my pocket knife. And like I said, before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and put out a bale of hay. I may put out, hang on a second. I may actually put out a couple of bales of hay because the sheriff, I think he's home. It looks like he's been home, but he hasn't come by and put out any hay. And I've got extra hay over here that it's the last year's hay, and I want to be sure and feed that up this year. So I'm going to go ahead and put out hay as well over here for the cattle. So I may put out 2 bales. You guys come along. Come with me. All right, any of you guys into cold starts on these tractors? Let's see what this old Massey will do. I think she'll start. She might smoke a little, but she'll start. Boy, I've got to get a seat in here. Let my old fuel pump up my filter here. I think it pumped it up. See if she'll start. Cold start. She started right up. Like I said, guys, we'll step out here and let that thing warm up for a minute. But another thing that I want to do today is I want to move some of that firewood. I'm going to put my bucket on my tractor, and I'm going to load up some more of this firewood and take it to the front porch and put it up to where the smaller wood, see, I've got some smaller wood on this side. I'm going to put that up there, and some of those larger wood, and I'll have it and it'll be dry for when it cools off this weekend, because we'll probably use that fireplace quite a bit. I'm hoping we don't lose power, but we do up here at times, and I don't have a generator, so at least we can stay warm and all that. So anyway, guys, you guys come along. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 16 bales left from last year. And it's some of this is Bermuda grass, some of this is just my native grass that I had here on the place. And I have actually, this is sprayed hay. So it's in good shape. It's just last year's hay. Like I said, I want to get this stuff fed up, so I think I'm going to sneak over there and put a bale out for those cows. Looks like he fed them, maybe, but he didn't put a bale out. There we go. Sit still here. Tractor. Tractor, tractor. Might be able to sit still. You know, guys, surprisingly, our hay bales, they don't typically stay together like that when I unwrap them. That was a good thing. Now I can get it all over here, over the fence. And of course, he's going to try me. He's going to try to eat it before I get it over there. But Anyway, bale one down, and what he'll do, old Red there and Nikki, they'll rub on that hay and pull on it, and they'll get down to the better hay. The outer part of that hay is going to be not very desirable, but it's what protects the rest of it. So let me get another bale, and I'll put out these old cows. It's kind of cool, guys. I don't know. I think it's cold enough out there right now. I don't know how cold it is, but it's chilly. I'll show you old Red over here and Nikki. They are starting to dig into the better part of the hay. Like I said, they won't eat that outer part. They'll knock it on the ground, and they'll actually lay down, they'll bed in it, because it's going to be cold. And I might even slip some hay over into their barn so they're not so cold, and they have something to lay on if they want to. But they're pretty good shape with those blankets on them. So, but that's what they're doing. See, Nikki's digging over into that bale. She knows where that good hay's at. I want to show you guys what I'm going to do with this bale of hay. Now, the sheriff's been taking it over there into the pasture, and that's all fine and good, but I've got a low spot right here where the cows and the horses have beat this down, walking on it. I'm just going to set that bale of hay right over the fence right here, and that'll help. If there's any hay left, that'll help build this soil up right here. So I think that's a good place to put that. That's pretty much the best way to do that. Then I'll crawl over there, because guys, it's hard to keep the horse. That horse, she likes to get out when you open up the gate. And those cows, I don't like to fight them. They get out in the road, don't be in trouble. So, like I said, I set this one down a little bit differently than I did the last one, and that was a reason. I wanted to get it away from the fence the best I could, but I'll show you guys when I step over there the low spot that there is there. I don't know if you can tell when I step off in this how low this actually is. This is you know, I'm 6 foot, almost 6'2", and I'm a little bitty in this hole. So, and you can tell on this bale of hay. I'll try to zoom in when I edit this, but there's dirt right here stuck to the bottom, and the old hay's rotted off down here at the bottom. But there's not much of it that's rotted off. There's some dirt in it right here, but it'll fall off, and it'll, like I said, it'll become part of the soil right here, and that's good. That's why I put it here. And like I said, this is just the way I do this, guys. This is not necessarily how anybody else does this, but this is how I do it. What are you doing there, Blue Eyes? Huh? What are you doing, Bubba girl? Huh? I'll get you some feed if you come up to the barn. I'll get you some good feed. Wet you some feed down like you've been eating. Yeah, I sure will. There you go, cows. There you go, cows. I need one of those hay sacks that I've seen advertised. I gotta get one of them things. Put all this twine in and get it out of my tractor. Let's go over here and check our water troughs too, guys. I'm good on water, on the height of water, but there's my partial fix for the squirrels in the water trough. And like I said, that one, they never mess with that one. I don't ever find one in that one. I don't know why. That's got copper in it. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But anyway, that's a simple fix. And they haven't messed with it yet, so maybe we're still in good shape on that. These old bony old cows. I know what I'm gonna do. See that trash can over there? I'm gonna get my hay twine that I've got in my tractor, and I'm gonna throw all that in there. I'm gonna throw all that in there. Set my parking brake. Y'all know what that is. That's my forks. Man, oh man, I don't like putting hay twine in here, but it winds up in here. It does not do nothing but make a mess in there. And that, my friends, is what a trash can is for. I'll make room for this. Huh. Well, my daughter threw her trash away when she left last night, I guess, and she didn't get it fastened back good, and I'm glad the dog, we have a neighborhood dog that likes to get into our trash cans. And that's why I've got a bungee cord on this one, for if they knock it over, they can't get it open. So that's all right. It didn't cause no troubles. Anyway, guys, here in a minute, I'm gonna come down to this hydrant right here, and I'll wrap that hydrant. One thing I might not get done today, I may not get the wood moved, but if I don't get it moved, I'll move it tomorrow. But it's my intention to do that anyway. I really do. I need to get it moved because I want to put this tractor back in the barn before the cold weather hits and shut the door. So we'll probably go ahead and I'll probably go get my bucket right now, matter of fact. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do now is take these hay forks off, which I haven't had off since last year. I've actually bent these forks with these in place, so we'll see how well this works. But I'll show you right here. I think you guys can see that. Show you what I'm gonna do, how I take these off. To get my hammer. I hope these, hope this mechanism's not bent. I don't think that my tractor part's bent, just the hay forks themselves. I'll bring you over here where you can watch this, what I'm gonna do. Right in here, I've got some latches. I'm gonna knock those latches. I'm gonna unlatch them. Right here is one, and then right here's one. Oh, they come off easier than what I thought it would, guys. And what that does, that pulls pins right there and right there. That pulls those pins back. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hook up to this right here, this bucket. And guys, really the only reason I'm hooking up this bucket is so I can fill it full of firewood. Oh, I don't know what, I think I was hung up there, guys. I don't think I heard anything, but nothing but my pride. Like I said, these are they're not real easy to hook up. They should be, but they're not. And I think this is what you call a skid steer setup. Well, I'll tell you what. Get back up here, I think. I think we might have actually, we got lucky on that, guys. I think. Let me get out here and look at it. I think it went right on there. See what I did? Is there's a lip right here that goes up underneath this. And I hit it just right. I don't know how I did that. And then I'll drive these pins down right here into this area. And it will lock it down. Need to get on the other side though, because I can't reach over and do that. There we go, guys. She's locked in place. Let's go load some firewood, guys. Guys, we should be able to put enough firewood in this bucket to fill up my firewood holder on the front porch. So that's the goal anyway. I think I can slip in here. There's not a lot of room, but I think there's enough room for me to get in here. Might scratch the top just a little bit on a couple of things, but we'll get in here. There's Mrs. Sharecropper. She's coming out here to help me. Guys, ooh, guys, you think she is? I about knocked that air compressor over. Nah, she's taking care of her chickens. Taking care of her chickens, and she might be talking on a telephone, but I can't tell. I don't blame her. I would too. Guys, that's what I'm going to do right there. I'm going to leave this old booger running. I'm going to grab my gloves out of the barn. I left them on the four-wheeler out here. And I'm hoping that this old thing I put on this speaker mic made it so you could hear me this whole time, because it's going to hurt my feelings if you can't hear me and there's a bunch of wind noise. I've had that happen before. After you do a lot of filming, it sure is not good. Matter of fact, I may kill this thing, guys. Get you where you guys can see. Yeah, let me kill this tractor so you guys can hear me. There we go. Kill that racket making thing. You guys saw in a different video where I borrowed the sheriff's, not Gator, but Polaris, and got wood out here. This same wood pile, same place. Get some small and some large. And some of this stuff, like I said, I probably wouldn't buy firewood like this. These are limbs that we cut off of trees out here. They burn good. It's just I wouldn't necessarily purchase wood like this. It'd be okay if there was some wood this size in there, in a rick of wood, you know. But I wouldn't want to buy it all like this. And I'm got my head on a swivel for snakes too, guys, because there could be a snake in this wood pile. I do know one thing. If I see a snake, I'm going to act like a little girl. I don't like snakes, guys. Some of this stuff, I don't have a splitter, so I can't use some of this stuff right now. I need to get a splitter or rent one or something. That one might go in my, I think that'll go in my fireplace. I don't really need it though. It's too big. All right, guys, I got a pretty good load of wood there. That ought to last me a few days. So, and I've got some around there, so it's not like this is all the wood that I'm gonna have around there. I have some left. So let's go around there and unload this. Let's see how we can get out of here. Oh, Hank. He's a good old dog. The hydrant at the road that I was going to cover, I'll probably do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be a good day anyway. It's supposed to be warmer. So we'll be in good shape. Let's get this old wood up here. And I'm hoping I'm gonna kill this thing in gear is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna hit the house. Let's kill this thing in gear, guys. He'll sit there. Oh, Tedders. Oh, Tedders is a barking. That dog is a barker now. Get this kind of neatened up. My smaller stuff down here, I think. Get your glasses off, I can see better. That's my kindling. What I'm calling kindling anyway. There we go. That's larger stuff, so. Well, guys, that's a pretty good stack of wood for the cold snap we're going to have. I feel pretty confident that we can start fires with this wood down in this area and then These will be my all-nighters I've got, or the evening, you know, probably 2, 4. Yeah, I've got enough wood now. There is a chance that I could go through all this wood in 4 days, but I don't think I could. I mean, if we was to lose power, maybe, but I really don't think I will. So, like I said, we'll work on that hydrant down at the road probably tomorrow. So, unless I don't know. I may do that here in a minute, but we're losing daylight. So, we'll see what happens. I've got these chug holes in this road, and I can't take these completely out, but maybe I can drag enough gravel around that I can soften these a little bit. So I'm gonna set up this camera and let you guys watch me for a minute, and we'll at least try it and see what happens. But let's set this baby up and see what happens. I got a little dirt going there. Like I say, it's getting worse and worse, and I got to do something. I might make it worse. No guarantees. I have did a little bit of filling in there. Like I said, it's just so rough, so chug hole rough. There's a chug hole right there that I did not get even remotely close to filling in. There goes the sheriff. It's gotten so bad right in here that you can't avoid the chug holes anymore. Like I said, the driveway's in good shape other than this corner. And what it is, the water runs down this hill when it rains, and it hadn't rained in a long time, but when it does, it runs across the road right there and it gets soft, and we drive through it and it creates chug holes. Not too bad. Not too bad. Maybe not too good, but not too bad. Definitely not a professional at it. You know what? I think I could be. I think I could be. I've ran equipment pretty much all my life. I've ran some kind of equipment. I'm just floating right now. I have an edge on it, edge pointed down, but it's in float, so it's just gonna do what it does. Like I said, it's not gonna be perfect, guys. It is not gonna be perfect. But you know what? I think it's Alabama sings this song. It's close enough to perfect for me. Ooh. This has nothing to do with being prepared for a winter storm either. This is just something that I saw I needed to do while I had the tractor out, guys. That's all we're doing. And like I said, it might not do much good, but I think it will help a little. Besides that, who doesn't like to play in the dirt or in the rocks with a heavy equipment? It's kind of fun. And it's warmer in this cab than it was outside this cab, so. Okay, guys, that is better than it was. Like I said, it's not perfect, but you know, you could dump gravel on this and spread it out, and it would be better than what I've got. But if I could just chew this old road up, and it would be even better. But yeah, I think it's in better shape, guys. But hey, like I said, guys, I appreciate you guys coming along, and I'll probably add this other hydrant in tomorrow when I fix it at the road. But I've got the wood brought up, I put some hay out, I fixed the driveway, so and I did get to work on the hydrant in the barn. So I appreciate you guys coming along, and like I said, until next time, you guys stay safe. Hey guys, it's Jason Okie Sharecropper again. Hey, we're gonna finish up today what we didn't get done last night, which is I'm gonna go down to the end of the road and going to wrap this hydrant. I think it is wrapped, but we're gonna check it out and tighten it up and make sure it's in good shape. So you guys come along. Let's run down there and see what we got. Guys, I think we're gonna check this. Let's check this water, and I think I'll go ahead and top off this one trough is a little bit low, and it won't take much to top it off. This one here. Ooh, this one here. We'll top it off. No, hang on a minute. This one. We'll top it off, and that way everything's full, and I won't have to worry about the water so much only busting it the next few days. So actually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday it should. Monday, maybe even Monday. So 3 or 4 days. So we're gonna have some weather there. But let's put a little water in here. Yeah, we're still insulated from last time. We'll make sure we're in good shape though. Ooh, look at that leak. Goodness, I don't want to get you guys wet. Put you back here. Oh, got wet there a little bit, guys. Let that fill up. I tell you another thing I'm thinking about doing, guys. I haven't made up my mind, but I've always wanted to buy a welder generator, and I never have just jumped off and done that. And I really not at the place to do that at this point financially. I need to wait, but I'm a little bit concerned that this storm we're fixing to have, we may lose power for a few days, and it sure would be nice to have a generator. So I've got a way to run it back into my panel safely before anybody says anything, safely. And like I said, I just don't know yet, but I'd like to put in one of those systems that a lot of people have. My sister, she has one. She has one of those Generac systems that comes on, runs off her propane tank, and she just never loses power, basically. When she loses power, it kicks on. So, but I don't know. I definitely can't do that right now. But I don't know. We are going to. I very well may buy that generator or buy a generator tomorrow and get it ready to go just in case, because it sure would be nice to have that satisfaction that I could definitely have some power. But these guys here, they won't even know if the power goes out. They will just know if nobody shows up to feed them. They're making some headway on that hay, aren't they? What are you doing, old buddy? Huh? They're just maintaining. They're growing, but not really growing. But they are maintaining. Actually, they are growing a little bit. But anyway, guys, it's nice out here right now. It's peaceful. It's quiet. The wind's not blowing. One thing I can hear is that leaky water hose. Other than that, I need to throw that thing away and get me another one. Or at least splice it. It's a project for another day. Let's check this water trough, see how close we are. I just like to top these off so I can chop them down. And you know, when it goes to freezing, as much as they say that it's going to freeze, it's going to how cold it's going to get. I don't know about these water troughs. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll get them water some way though. Well, guys, I think that's enough. Put this up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna unhook this water hose, guys, so I'll show you what we got. Let's go ahead and unhook this and get this undone. It won't take much to do this because, like I said, it is already insulated from a couple of years ago. But if I unhook this old water hose, it'll help it a bunch, and I'll make sure I'll put some more insulation on it if I need to. Get over out of the way, but let's just make sure everything's good here, guys. Really don't want a problem down here for sure, because this particular hydrant is a booger bear to work on. It's deep, and I gotta have a mini X to mess with this thing. I say got to. Yeah, I got to. It's too deep and too big. Let's zip tie some of this and do some more taping and all that. I know one thing, I'm sore from yesterday, that moving that wood, that's kind of hard on a fella that don't move wood all the time. I think, guys, I don't think this is going to do much. I really don't. I may put a piece across the top here just to completely cover it up like that. If I can cut that off, guys. I think just layers, kind of like putting on clothes, guys. Layers of insulation is better than not having it at all. Kind of cooling off. Goodness. Guys, I think we've maybe reached a part that Don't think we can do anymore. All right, guys, I think we are about as protected on that one as we can get. I will, however, adjust you here. I will put the sacks back on it because I think that the sack does make a difference, guys. Yeah, I think the sacks will make a little difference to it. Get my knife and everything out of the way. That should be about as good as that can possibly be right now, guys. I think we're just going to be blessed if we come out of this without any issues. So I am going to lay this hose over here out of the way because it's definitely, I really just throw it away, but I'm not going to just yet. Put my board back in my trough for the squirrels. Old cows are eating that hay good. I'm gonna put out another bale tomorrow, or the next day. Or put it out tomorrow, I guess, because it's gonna get nasty. All right. Have to keep that up out of the way. Well, guys, we've got a few minutes before it's too dark. You can't see, so I'll probably move with the tractor and do a little bit more dragging on this driveway. Y'all come go with me. All right, guys, I got some old dirty gravel that had piled up. We'll see if we can do a little work right here on this driveway. I got some holes right along in there that I've kind of leveled out, but they're kind of not fully as good as I wanted them. So let's see what we can do with that. Right along in here, starting right in here. This is pretty good right here, but then right in here I got some chug holes that I've cut them out a little bit, but I need to do some more to them. Like I said, this dirt and gravel mixed right here. It's better than nothing, but it's not nothing to write home about, I promise you. It's just more dirt than gravel. But there is some gravel in there. As you guys just saw, there is a little gravel to it. I'll float it's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll wind up pushing it because it won't float. I don't think it'll float very good. And it didn't. It might if I changed the angle on my bucket, it might float a little bit better. Like I said, it's just dirt. It's dirt and gravel, guys. It ain't nothing special. If you keep dragging it, it'll eventually drag down, but I don't want to hump it up. So, but that is the worst spot right there where I've dumped that. Probably should just drag it, not force it down a little bit. See what it does. Yeah, that's dragging it there. Just kind of getting rid of it there. And like I said, it's it's over half dirt. But it does have some gravel to it. So. I think I could float this now. Actually float it. Maybe. I had somebody make the comment that my fuel gauge is low, and it is. Trying to keep this old tank low because I want to pull the tank off and have it repaired at a shop because it's got a crack in the bottom where I had it welded up. I think last year or the year before I had it welded up, and anyway, it's cracked out again, so I'm going to have to take the bottom drain spigot or plug or whatever you call that thing, the nozzle. I'm going to have to take it plumb off because there's no way to really weld this thing up where it'll stay together. It's like, I think if I remember correctly, when they worked on it last time, they told me they really need to take that out. But, so I'm going to let them take it out this time. If I ever have to drain it, I'll just take it off, turn it over, I guess. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed going around the farm with me the last couple of evenings. We got a couple of places covered up good, I feel like, with the insulation for the cold weather. And I got the heat stripping in the barn reapplied the proper way, I think, against the pipe with insulation on top. And then, of course, we got the driveway, as you guys see. We got the driveway, I think, in better shape than what it was. Like I said, we watered down there and got everything the best that I know how to get everything ready for the cold snap. The one thing, like I'd mentioned, is the generator. I'll probably buy a generator this time because I'm just a little scared that we're going to lose power for a few days. So if we get the ice, like they say we could get, the snow doesn't bother me, it's the ice. A 1/4 inch of ice will take power lines down. And we're in that zone. It depends on what channel you're looking at, but you know, we could get an inch and a half of ice here. So it all depends on how far the cold and warm weather, where it winds up in the layers in the atmosphere. Not a meteorologist, but that's what I've been told. So, I can't predict the future, but I can try to prevent things from happening. And I think for now, if I spend about $1,000 on a generator, I'm probably going to be in better shape. Well, I know I'm going to be in better shape than I am right now because I don't have one. So I got the girls will be coming home from college to stay this weekend, especially since the weather's going to get bad. And they live with 2 other girls that live down south in Texas. So there's a good chance that they'll come home with them as well. So we can kind of help take care of them maybe, because there's no way they could get home in this mess. And Dylan and Brooklyn, they're up in Woodward, and I hope they're doing good. I hope they weather through this all right. I think they should. they're going to be north of the ice, possibly. They're about 3 hours north of us over here, so north and west. So they should be in good shape, I hope. But we'll be checking on them too. But like I said, need to try to take care of everybody. And anybody that sees this video, I don't think you won't see this video before the ice storm. You very well might see this video the Saturday of. This is on Wednesday, and I'm gonna try to get this thing ready for Saturday to release early, so you guys can see this. But if you do see this and you're local or you're in this mess, because this is gonna go all the way Louisiana that way, it can affect things all the way to the other coast, the East Coast. So you guys check on your elders and take care of your animals outside, and just check on everybody. You know, try to be proactive instead of reactive to these things, and that's what I'm trying to do by doing all this. I want to be proactive. I'm usually reactive. So anyway, that's where I'm at on all this. But like I said, I appreciate you guys coming along, and tell your friends about us. We'd like to grow this channel and get bigger and bigger, and because eventually it all depends on how this channel works out. But you know, I would like to be able to make the decision someday in the future whether, you know, it may retire me early to where I get to do this full-time every day, and I'll bring more content to you guys and try more products and that type of stuff. But that's in the future, and that depends on what happens. But I could make this into a job for me to retire with. So because I enjoy bringing you guys videos, I enjoy trying things, I enjoy working around the house and filming this for you guys. So if you can, like I said, tell your friends, tell them about us, and if they like this kind of content. And we're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and here. This is primarily our biggest channel is on YouTube, but TikTok's is starting to take off. There's some things on there, and we try to put some little short things on there for you guys' enjoyment. So you guys check us out over there too if you have TikTok, and it's under Okie Sharecropper. Like I said, same type of flare over there. So I was a poet and didn't know it there. Flare over there. Sorry, guys. That just amused me a little bit. But anyway, hey, guys, like I've always said, until next time we see you, you guys always stay safe. Y'all take care.